Yo, what's poppin' everybody? It's Vespiquen I have an expanded TCG Online match with Tyranitar GX here. Tyranitar GX, solid little Pokemon. Unfortunately, if you play it in Standard, he doesn't have a lot of the tools it really wants to use, like Dark Patch. And in Expanded, the competition, man, it's not even the competition. You have busted ass decks like Skyfield Zoroark, uh, Archie's Blasters, this sort of super unfair decks with cards that really need to get banned that contribute to those decks. And you play up against those, you've got no chance. But let's see what we have here today. We're going to play up against a deck in our sort of league. And Ultra Ball, my opponent is going to start with that. And let's see what he discards. Opened up with the cute little Tapu Lele here, winking at us. Good promo, of course. And already I see Maxie's Hidden Ball Trick. Speaking of Archie, another card that basically does the same thing for fighting Pokemon. Also unhealthy. But yeah, a nasty card already. That card has the potential to do a lot of annoying stuff in this case. If my opponent revives a fighting Pokemon, that can be trouble for Tyranitar. Okay, so he attached DC and Floatstone, played down the Shaman EX there, but it hasn't really done much else. And we don't have a lot of great stuff in our hand too. I'm gonna play down the Larvitar, attach your Darkness Energy, and you know what, might as well just use the Startling Megaphone because I wanna get a few cards with N here. It sucks, I'm giving my opponent like one extra card, but it is what it is with N. Hopefully I give him a bad hand. And we don't really see much of else again. I have another Larvitar, and let's see, Trainer's Mail, gonna get me Juniper. I already had Cynthia in hand. So I guess the only good thing that can happen next turn is we top deck a Tyranitar or something, since I have the rare candy. Kind of not the greatest hand. You want to open up with Yveltal, you want to see a few Darkness Energy, discard a few Darkness Energy. And since I was playing second, it would have been good if we could have attacked and start grabbing energies with Yveltal. Oh well, my opponent plays a few more Pokemon, a Combee and an Eevee there. So this is very likely the uh, old at this point Vespiquen, Flareon from Team Plasma. They put a lot of Pokemon in the discard pile, do more damage sort of deck, speed deck. It's another one of those decks that can be powerful and expanded, but it by no means is on the level of something like Zoroark GX, Blastoise, perhaps Trevenant, just all the fucked up ass decks expanded has to offer. You guys know what they are. So this deck is kind of tricky because the damage output does get stronger. It's not like Rotoms where they kind of stay fixed. So Tyranitar GX could have potentially some problems eventually. But it's going to be hard for them as well. He's going to need a lot of Pokemon in the discard pile to get one-shots on Tyranitar GX. So let's see here. My opponent uses the computer search. I don't know what he grabbed, of course, but he plays down a Ditto. And this is good. I was sort of banking on him to fill his bench, because I really just want to play down my Tapu Lele and get a chorus right now. Fix our hand, finally start get some decent stuff going. But unfortunately, it seems chorus is prized. Damn, and I played the Tapu Lele too. Shit. Yeah, that really sucks. Balls. So I guess at this point, the only thing we can do is use Skyla, I guess. It was either that or something like Cynthia. It's kind of shit. I'm going very slow here. My opponent is kind of slow too. These decks are usually faster, by my estimation anyway. So we're going to get Ultra Ball, at least get Tyranitar GX out before my opponent picks on the Larvitar there. If I can't get another energy this turn, we don't want to lose the one we already have. So kind of shitty, but it is what it is. I'm going to have a stronger supporter next turn since we use Ultra Ball there. Not things aren't going according to plan, but that's the problem with a deck like this. Of course, it's gonna be kind of inconsistent no matter what you do. Like you want to sacrifice certain things, then you lose other things, and you just want to include certain things in the deck, then you get screwed in other ways, if that even made any sense. But yeah, checking my opponent's discard pile, it seems there's a Gallade there, so that's probably the target for Maxi Sin and Ball Trick, and that really sucks. That Pokemon can get an easy one-shot on my Tyranitar GX with basically no effort, just a DC. It's even worse than Buzzwole actually. So, damn. Alright, so the first little Larvitar bites the dust. I give my opponent an easy prize. I mean, it took him a few tries, a few attacks, just using Tapu Lele with the DC. Has nothing else yet. It's got a giant hand there. And let's see, we're going to finally start doing some shit. I get another Tyranitar GX out. So two of them should be good. And let's play down the Absol. Darkness Energy, attach it on Tyranitar GX. I'm not going to be able to attack again. I don't have any way to retreat. We don't even have energies in the discard pile there. So, you know, things aren't looking so good. I'm having an incredibly slow start here. I mean, the Tyranitar GX is unharmed, like both of them are unharmed. But, you know, I really just don't want to give my opponent so much time. I'm giving him so much time here to do everything he wants. Played down the Machoke there that basically protects everybody on the bench, like Mr. Mime. I'm not sure why he's not running Mr. Mime and he's running that guy instead. A little bit weird. I mean, maybe there's a reason. I think Machoke's ability is more inclusive. It protects you from the placing of damage counters and these sorts of effects. Don't quote me on that. But, you know, now Tyranitar GX's spread is going to be useless too. So I basically only have a 250 HP Pokemon that does 130 now. Once we use the GX attack. It's kind of sad. Thankfully, I am going to be able to finally attack this turn, since I have the floats done. We're going to retreat Tapu Lele and start attacking. That Vespiquen already has a DC now. He has Flareon out. So he has his Pokemon now that he wants, really. So what can we do here? Debating if I use the GX attack or not, but we should use the GX attack, might as well. My opponent's Pokemon are only one prize attacker, so we gotta take advantage of the double prize here while we can. So I get 2 Darkness Energy from the discard pile, damn. So look at this fucked up ass hand. 4 Darkness Energy, Dark Patches, and a Tyranitar. Jesus. Anyway. So my opponent obviously promotes Vespiquen. This Pokemon, I don't think he'll be able to do a lot of damage even right now. But the problem is Hidden Ball Trick, and he does make the play here. Gets the Via Seeker, only 1 card in hand. So, unfortunately, this dude has come. The Gallade. I hope you don't get a DC, but it's very likely he will. Uses the ability as well, so Be Revenge. So that's good. I'm really happy about that. Get 1 more attack with Tyranitar GX. That makes a lot of difference. Okay, and you know what? Since we have the Dark Patches in hand, I don't even have to rely on Yveltal. We gotta go fast here. I already gave my opponent a little lead. So we get another knockout. So now I'm at 3 prizes. My opponent is at 5. But, you know, he's gonna be able to even things out this turn. Tyranitar GX is gonna die. I'm glad we made another attack though. So Premonition, Gallade has the DC on. It's gonna get the knockout, and it's really annoying because I can't one-shot this big Pokemon with Tyranitar. So what we're gonna have to do is indeed use a Pokemon like Yveltal, and hopefully he doesn't play around it with Guzma. The interesting thing is that if he Guzma, you know, it's not like he has other attackers on the bench that can kill Tyranitar in 1 hit. Like, he needs the Gallade, so Guzma isn't going to work out. It's one of the very, very few times where Lysandra, I guess, can come in handy. Okay, so obviously I'm going to promote Yveltal. There's not much else I can do, and hopefully we manage to buy ourselves a little bit of time. Attach Darkness Energy, and let's see, I have Nest Ball here. Let's get something. Should I get, I mean, I guess Darkrai makes sense. Yeah, Yeah, I should probably get Darkrai, have that guy for free retreat at this point. Get rid of the Yveltal in the way if it doesn't die. And let's just use Oblivion Wing. My stadium, it seems it's still there. He didn't get rid of it. So the extra damage does help. Doing 40 for 1 here. Okay, so let's attach the Darkness Energy on Absol because this Pokemon is going to be handy probably too. 1 prize attacker, 2 energies getting me knockouts. Okay, and my opponent has a humongous hand there and it seems he's not doing anything yet. He's going to use Premonition again, setting up the cards on top of his deck. Yeah, I'd say this is a more weirder Vespiquen deck. I mean, I've seen a million versions of this deck over the years now. Card came in Ancient Origins, but I'm not sure if this is like the best version. I mean, this Gallade is putting in the work, but I don't know. Let's see. So you know what? I'm thinking here, checking Absol, doing some maths, and we can actually use Absol and get a knockout on this Gallade. We're going to be doing 110 damage. The stadium is still there, so that's actually enough to knock this Pokemon out. So I go with that play thinking, you know what, let me promote Absol as opposed to my Tyranitar. And, you know, it doesn't seem like there's any harm doing that, but actually, I probably should have used Tyranitar GX because, remember, when Tyranitar GX knocks out a Pokemon, the cards go in the Lost Zone. So his DC was basically going to be gone forever. So, yeah, I kind of thought of that too late, in a way. I got the Mind Jack knockout of then, was like, oh, yeah, would have wanted to get rid of the DC too. Because if he doesn't have DCs, he can't really do anything. This deck relies on recycling DCs with special charge. So that was a mistake on my part. He immediately plays the special charge, shuffle in the DC, and I was like, no, I fucked up. Yeah, this is going to be pretty significant, I think. So he gets a knockout on Absol there. So all he has to do now is pick on Tapu Lele GX basically, and yeah, that was a giant mistake on my part. I should have continued to use I should have promoted Tyranitar GX. So I'm using Juniper here, discarding everything, knowing that what I need to get now is something like Lysander or something, via Seekers, stuff like that to prepare for the end of the game. But my opponent goes well played. He knows that he has this. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, fuck, I really fucked up. I should have promoted Tyranitar. Because with the Guzma now he wins. And it's also the DCE thing. If I put that in the Lost Zone, maybe he would run out. So it really is too bad. It really is very, very unfortunate. I basically handed him the game. But anyway, it's GG. So Guzma, it's going to be GG. So that's the game, guys, and this is going to be the last video for 2018. I'm not really going to do any fancy stuff like other people do. Talk about New Year's resolutions and stuff. We basically had another year, I guess. I've been getting better at this YouTube Pokemon TCG thing. Trying to give you guys great content to the best of my ability. Covering a lot of aspects of the TCG, both contemporary and retro. And that's basically it. Hopefully things get even better in 2019. I'm going to continue pushing forward with the TCG content on this channel. Of course, I have other things planned that I can't announce just yet that I mentioned in a previous video. But slowly but surely, we're going to get even better. We're going to do even more stuff, add even more stuff, and hopefully things just get even better for the channel. But anyways, this has been Saberwolf94. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys subscribe, leave a like, and share this with your friends. Subscribe to my channel. It is an excellent hub for all things Pokemon TCG. And I'll see you guys in the next year. Have a happy new year. Enjoy it with your family, friends. Just chill. Do what you want to do. and I basically will see you guys next year. So this has been Saber1 4, and we're safe.